Alright, so today we're going to be making some fall leaf paintings. We're going to need our paper. You're going to want to hold it landscape. And you're going to need a leaf template. And you'll see that there's a couple of them to choose from on your table. You only have to choose one. So find how you want to place your leaf on your paper. So if you want it on an angle, if you want it straight up and down on an angle. I'm going to do mine down like it's falling. Fall leaves. And then we're going to take our black oil pastel. This part is going to get messy. So what we want to do first is trace our leaf with our black oil pastel. Make sure we go all the way around. Hold that leaf down so it doesn't move. So these leaves are big, so you're probably going to have to move your hand before you move your oil pastel. So notice my hand is spread out all over this leaf. Back over here. Oh, don't let it move. And once it's traced, you can set your stencil aside. You can go over this one more time if you didn't do it dark enough. We're going to do some blending with our finger, so we are going to need to wash up when we're done. And we're going to do some blending with our finger, and we're going to kind of create a shadow so that this almost looks three-dimensional. And how we're going to do that is we're going to start on the line and go outwards, just like that. So all around, we're starting on the line. You don't want to go inside, you want to go outside. And you just want to pull to the outside. It almost creates like a halo effect. And we're going to do this all around our leaf template. So it only takes one finger. You notice my hand is not that dirty because you're actually rubbing it off onto the paper. You just have to do one pull in each spot and make sure it's going out. If you miss some spots, you can go back and do it. So we just have a nice light shadow, and again, fingers aren't going to be that dirty because again, you're wiping it onto your paper. And then what we have left is to color and paint it in. So you can use your oil pastels, or I have paint provided for you. I'm going to use a little bit of both. So the first thing I want to use is my oil pastels, not my paint. So I'm just going to go in and put some veins on the leaf before I put some paint down. And you notice I gave you some nice fall, autumn colors. I think I might have some magenta in your paint palette as well. You just won't have a magenta oil pastel because this is a different brand than what we use at school. Again, you're going to create this leaf however you want to create it as far as the inside goes. So allow whatever colors you want to use, whatever designs you want to use. That's all going to be up to you. So I do not keep tempera paint at home, so I'm going to be using acrylic paint, which is a lot different than what you guys use in school. But just so you can see some paint techniques, I'm going to use what I have here at home. Make sure that I have some water to clean my brush off. Do not mix the paint colors. They are separated nice and neat so that all the classes have a chance to use some really nice colors. Here I'm just going to actually put the little drops of paint here, and then I'm going to smooth them out with my brush. But you guys have your paint palettes with the paint inside. You have your paint brushes, and we should have some paper towels that you can clean your brushes off with so that we're not mixing the paint in the palettes. I'm actually going to start with my lightest color. And you notice I'm not using a lot of paint here, just a couple drops. And I can still see my oil pastels through my paint. I definitely think I've already used too much paint. So you can dab your brush just like this to give it some texture. And because I'm not dipping into a palette, that's why I'm not rinsing my brush to get a new color. And so again, you guys have tempera paint, so you should be able to see your oil pastels through most of your tempera paint. Should probably be using a different brush. is what it is. This is just so you guys can get an idea what your leaf might look like. Again, I may let this dry and then I may do the vein again. Just a little bit of green. Might actually be too much green. I will try to do another one before we have class, and I'll hang it up with just oil pastel so that you can see what that looks like, just in case you might want to only use the oil pastels. This is mostly going to be what our leaf is. This is going to take a while to dry, so I'm probably not going to get the vein on it. You'll probably see the vein hanging up on the wall when this is finished, but for the video, it's not going to be ready because it's going to be still too wet. So, and I'll go back in and I'll draw those back in with some oil pastels. Again, this is going to be our fall leaf. Practice a little bit of shading and dimension. And some of you may have done some designs, which is great. And others may be practicing blending with your paint. And there you have it. So I was able to finish another leaf. So this is all in oil pastel. I did do it really fast, but if you guys have the white oil pastels on your table, which you should, it's been really good for blending. So you can see like the colors blend a little bit better. And again, you can use more than the colors I've used. Greens, browns, reds. If you want to use purple, you could. Remember, we are doing fall. And yeah. So both of these will be hanging up in the classroom for you to take a look at.